Alright, well, peeps, this is that Eagle Green. I'm making another video. This is the recap of the Eagles Bears Monday Night Showdown and a preview of the upcoming game against the Arizona Cardinals this Sunday. To get things started, basically, the Bears are who we thought they were. The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. If you want to crown them, then crown their asses. The Bears are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. I mean, we had that game. I mean, we didn't have the best game, but we had that game in our hands right there. In the end of the like half or something, I think we scored. Cheating before we ran it in. We were winning, uh, like 24 to 17 or something like that. We had the game then. We should have closed it out, and we didn't close it out. And because of that, a couple mistakes here and there, but we kept them in the game so that they can compete with us in the game. I mean, the Deshaun Jackson fumble, we had the momentum. We had tied the game up. Uh, I had a feeling that we were going to go down the field and score a field goal at least. It was like a little over a minute. It was like a minute 10 left on the clock. Instead, no, Deshaun Jackson tries to do too much with the ball. Too much, like, backs up and whatever. Just doesn't protect the ball, fumble, and little things like that that really pissed me off. It's reminiscent of the four-game losing streak. We tried to do too much. Vic had a pretty good game. He only had that one pick, and he only got sacked once, but like usual, he got hit a whole bunch of times. He was getting whacked out of bounds. I mean, he was getting right back up. I mean, there's only, I think, once or twice where he was a little shaken when he's come back up, but I mean, he was getting a lot of late hits. I don't remember if I think one of the hits was called as a penalty, but I think he might have got one late hit penalty called, but other than that, again, not too many calls, but not really gonna freak out about that. I mean, it was a pretty hard-fought game by both teams. Brian Urlacher had a couple passes deflected, no sacks. Um, Julius Peppers had a pretty good game. Uh, Major Wright had that one interception. So I mean, they played us pretty hard. Uh, but again, we weren't shut down. We weren't blown out. We were in the game. We were winning the game. A couple lead changes. But I mean, what do you? There's not much to. You can't really like say that like the coaching was horrible and whatever, and we should have. I mean, there was a one fumble by Deshaun Jackson, and that was a big deal. I don't think the fake punt on fourth down, where he tries to go for it, Chad Henry or whatever his name was, he had a horrible arm. I mean, but that was just bad luck. That wasn't really a deciding factor in the game, in my opinion. Um, Matt Forte, I think we stopped him pretty well. He had 133 yards rushing, but we did force two fumbles from him. One of them returned for a touchdown. So I mean, you can't really. You look at the game, it's like back and forth. It was about even. They haven't just get a couple. I'm not even gonna say break. Well, that one fumble really, because I mean we did lose only by 6, so I mean that could have been a deciding factor. But I mean, other than that, uh, I can't really like go into. I'm not really. I mean, I'm disappointed because we lost. But I mean, I think we played our hearts out. We played a really good game. Uh, the last drive that we had like with like 3 minutes left. I mean, that was a couple miscues. Vic's throw to Macklin, and I can't blame Macklin for that because the ball was thrown a little bit too high. I'm surprised he even caught it. But I mean, you're gonna lose, I guess. At least we lost to a legitimate team. It's not like we lost to like a crappy like 2-win team or something like that. But Jay Cutler, like I said in my last video, I thought honestly we shut down Matt Forte, the offense was done. Jay Cutler would have nothing, no targets to go to because I think personally he's a mediocre quarterback. He proved me wrong. He was making passes left and right. Um, I think he finished maybe like 200 plus yards rushing or passing. Uh, and freaking Earl Bennett with he was I think 5 for 5. I don't know how many yards he had, but I know he had one touchdown. And every time he got the ball, he was wide open. It was ridiculous. Him, Roy Williams, Matt Spaeth, he also had a touchdown. Uh, they were clicking on the passing game. I really was surprised about that. Now, defense backs, cornerbacks, they could not keep up with them for shit. That's really they came down to that. Um, there were a couple of drives I think with that one interception. I mean, it only turned into 3 points. I think the the bottom line for that one interception, the victory, was the fact that we were in their territory already. Like we were like their 20, and we were driving, and we could have at least gotten 3 points. So it's a 3 point turnaround right there. I think we might have gotten a touchdown. Who knows? Shady was pretty hot last night. Yeah, Monday night he was pretty dirty. Um, but and Ronnie Brown had the one touchdown, the only carry he had. But when we look at the game, it was back and forth. I didn't really, I didn't think it was we were manhandled. I didn't think Jay Cutler ran a train on us. I didn't think it was that great. He did enough to win the game. He had a good game. No picks, no sacks. I honestly thought if you shut down Forte, picks and sacks. I guess we didn't really shut down Forte because he didn't have any touchdowns, but he had 133 yards on the ground, so he had a pretty good game himself. So with that said, looking ahead to the Cardinals game, um, I believe John Skellon's probably going to be the starter. I mean Kevin Kyle's probably going to be a game time decision, but John Skellon, I think this is his second uh, game as a starter. Last game he had, I didn't watch it all. I just saw the Patrick Peterson punt return. I mean, they put up like 19 points, so I mean, yeah, against the crappy Rams. I don't think we should have any trouble shutting him down. Like I said again, he shouldn't say, "Oh, we lost to the Bears. We suck." We lost to a good team. A team that has a pretty good offense, surprisingly enough, and a team that has really good defense. Not to mention that they owned us the past like 5 years. Let's see, they beat us in 2007. They beat us in 2008. We won 2009. They beat us in 2010, and now they beat us again this year. And not to mention that 2007 loss was probably the worst of all of them because we uh we were against Brian Greasy. We had him pinned at the 3 yard line, no timeouts, and they drove the distance 97 yards. And with 9 seconds left, capped the drive off a 15-yard touchdown to Musa Muhammad. That's the loss I was pissed about. That game we should have won. That game was just defensive debacle, just failed on us. That defense kept them to field goals when it mattered. I mean, we had a chance in the last drive. I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk about I'm getting off topic. I'm trying to talk about the Cardinals preview. I'm going back to the Bears, but I'm just saying, the defense did keep the Bears in check when it mattered. At the end of the game, I mean, they could have forced it. They could have allowed them to get a touchdown. The game would have been over with 3 minutes left. We would have been down 2 possessions instead. The defense held strong, forced them to a field goal. Our offense just didn't get the job done at the end. But so looking ahead to the Cardinals game, again, I mean, we gotta watch out their top rusher. I think it's Beanie Wells. He has like 7 touchdowns, I think, this season or something like that. I think he has like 7 touchdowns. Um, Larry Fitzgerald and uh, Early Doucette, they both have 3 touchdowns each. Um, and then Patrick Peterson has a couple of interceptions, I believe, and 3 punt returns for touchdowns. But I'm not worried about him in the punt game because we shut down Devin Hester. It's special teams. I think we'll do the same against the Cardinals. Um, we gotta watch out for Calais Campbell. It's an awesome name. He has quite a few sacks. I think he has like 5 sacks this season. Um, and he also had the blocked kick, the blocked field goal at the end of the game against the Rams. So he's deadly on all sides of the ball, special teams and defense. So we gotta shut him down. But otherwise, I think this is a game that we should be able to win. I'm not gonna say a blowout, but I think it's gonna be like the Redskins game. We'll probably end up beating them by like a touchdown. I mean, it'll probably come down to the end of the game, but I think we're gonna end up shutting them down. Get a nice moral victory, and once again, I believe at the end of the day, we're gonna be once again a game under 500, going against the Giants the following week Sunday Night Football. So not too much to say there. We gotta watch out for Larry Fitzgerald. We gotta really shut him down. Um, but other than that, I think we should be able to pull off a victory. Really looking forward to it. I don't think this is time to press the panic button yet. It's only 5 losses. A lot of teams finish 11-5. Almost all of them make the playoffs. So, I'm not saying we're going to finish that, but I mean, we just got to concentrate one game at a time And the season is not over, is what I'm basically trying to say. The season is not over yet. Still games to play. Sure, we got a really tough road ahead of us. We got the Giants, the Cowboys again, the Redskins. They're all tough teams, get division rivalries. We got the Jets and the Patriots, you know. But I think we just got to pull together again, once again, that one game at a time mindset, and we should be okay. So Stat Eagle Green. I'm looking forward to hopefully a win against the Cardinals, but that's my video.